If you called Walt Rybka a straight shooter, you'd be right, both literally and figuratively. The legendary Morehead State rifle coach is known for telling you exactly what he thinks and for splitting a bullseye with a pistol or a long gun. This Michigan native got involved in target shooting when he joined the Plymouth Police Youth Club and won a pistol competition.
In Michigan, you couldn't have a handgun until you were 21 years old. When I turned 21, I bought my first handgun. It was a target pistol, and I've been shooting ever since. And now I'm 75 and still shooting.
In 1980, Rybka and his wife moved to Morehead, Kentucky. He did contract work for the Daniel Boone National Forest. He joined the Kentucky Long Rifles Club and met Hank Patton, who was a captain with the Morehead State ROTC program.
We got to talking, and we were talking about shooting and competitions and stuff, and he was telling me that, hey, at the university they own 10 On-Shoots 54 rifles. I said, well, those are target rifles. We should start a rifle team. And he said, yeah, let's start a rifle team. So we went to Captain Patton, talked to Steve Hamilton, and said, asked Steve about starting a rifle team. And Steve said, well, you mean to make a presentation to our committee? And so we did. And Steve said, guys, you can have a rifle team. You're on your own. I don't know how you're going to fund it. We can't really give you any money this year.
But that was good enough to get it started. Captain Patton and Rybka accepted hand-me-downs from other rifle teams. They raised money and applied for grants to help cover expenses.
We did not have electronic targets. We were shooting on paper. We had 10 rifles, and that was about it. And basically, we just started from there. When Captain Patton's time in ROTC came up and they passed him over for promotion because the Army was downsizing, he got out of the Army and left the area, and we still had the rifle team though, and I basically took over the head coaching job then.
Recruiting in those early years was difficult because the MSU program was new.
We ended up basically with probably 2/3 of the team being walk-ons, no experience at all. And we trained them up and we started from there and we kept going. We actually had some pretty good shooters that we brought in as far as training them up to shooting abilities.
From those modest beginnings, the Morehead State rifle team crawled out of its proverbial foxhole and found its range. Elizabeth Lyon in 2009 and Ethan Cole in 2014 participated in the NCAA championships. A bevy of other students won conference and national rifle awards. Walt Rybka guided the squad from 1995 through 2014 and twice was named OVC Coach of the Year. However, he felt an obligation to teach his team that there was a lot more to life than being an expert sharpshooter.
So I would always plan out my road trips and see if there was anything interesting along the way. And we stopped at some pretty interesting places sometimes.
Those stops included a model train display in Chattanooga and the largest waterfall in Indiana, and they were intended to emphasize one thing: the rifle team was a family.
There was no question about that. I mean, we just had, we were very supportive of each other. And like I told the kids at the beginning, if you can't say something good about somebody, keep your mouth shut. We don't need backbiting. You need to support each other because we're not the best team in the country. We got problems, we got money issues. You need to help each other out. If you see something going on that's wrong, you can fix it. Don't wait for me to do it. And the kids were good about it.
Despite his retirement, Rybka remains active in the Eagle Rifle program, helping current coach Alan Joseph maintain the facilities. He's humble about his life's work. He doesn't think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I really don't have any words to express it. I look at Elaine and I stopped at the wall the other day and looked it over, and I'm thinking, do I really deserve to be on this wall with all these other people? I mean, there's some really impressive names up here. Some people that have done some really great stuff. make some fantastic achievements. I said, all I did was coach for 20 years.
But Morehead State is grateful for those 2 decades and for the dedication of the man who gave them. For that reason, Walt Rybka now takes his place in the Morehead State University Athletic Hall of Fame.